To the U.S. Advisory Committee, Joe Biden names 2 executives who are Indian Americans. On Friday, local time, U.S. President Joseph Biden appointed 2 Indian Americans to the Advisory Committee for Trade Policy and Negotiations, Revathi Advaithi, CEO of Flex, and Manish Bapna, CEO of the Natural Resources Defense Council. According to a White House press release, President Biden named a group of 14 individuals who will make up the U.S. Advisory Committee: Revathi Advaithi, Manish Bapna, Timothy Michael Broas, Thomas M. Conway, Erica R.H. Fuchs, Marlene E. Kimpson, Ryan, Shonda Yvette Scott, Elizabeth Schuler, Nina Slosberg Landis, and Wendell P. Weeks. Flex's Chief Executive Officer, Revathi Advaithi, is a varied customer base's go-to resource for product design and construction. Flex is the world's top manufacturing partner. Ms. Advaithi has been in charge of designing the company's strategic path since taking on the position in 2019 and guiding Flex through a transformation that is ushering in a new era in manufacturing. Ms. Advaithi is concentrated on advancing supply chain, manufacturing, and responsible, sustainable solutions across numerous sectors and end markets. Prior to joining Flex, Revathi Advaithi served as President and Chief Operating Officer of Eaton, a company with over $20 billion in annual revenue and 102,000 workers. She was in charge of the continents of Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. Prior to this, Ms. Advaithi served as President of Eaton's Americas Electrical segment, which included North, South, and Central America. Mr. Advaithi joined the WEF coalition of CEO climate leaders and serves as co-chair of the World Economic Forum's WEF Advanced Manufacturing CEO Community. She is a member of the Uber and Catalyst.org boards of directors. Ms. Advaithi was listed as one of Business Today's most powerful women in India and included on Fortune's ranking of the most powerful women in business for 4 years running. She has an MBA from Thunderbird School of Global Management and a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from Birla University of Technology and Science. The Natural Resources Defense Council's President and Chief Executive Officer is Manish Bapna, NRDC. Since its founding in the 1950s, NRDC has been responsible for many of the most important environmental achievements, including the development of fundamental environmental laws, major legal victories, and fundamental research. Mr. Bapna's leadership positions over the course of his 25-year career have been centered on developing strategies that are fair, long-lasting, and scalable to address the fundamental causes of poverty and climate change. His most recent position was Executive Vice President and Managing Director of the World Resources Institute, where he spent more than 14 years conducting study on the relationship between the environment and human development. He is an economist by training, and he began his job at McKinsey & Company and the World Bank before switching to the Bank Information Center to work in advocacy. He graduated from MIT with a bachelor's in electrical engineering and holds master's degrees from Harvard University in both business and political and economic development. The Advisory Committee for Trade Policy and Negotiations is a committee that was created to give general policy advice to the United States Trade Representative on issues relating to the development, administration, and implementation of the United States trade policy, including negotiating goals and bargaining positions before signing trade agreements, the effects of putting trade agreements into effect, and issues involving the oversight of trade agreements. According to the press release, the committee consists of up to 45 members who have experience in general trade, investment, and development issues and are recommended by the U.S. Trade Representative for appointment by the President. These members include representatives of non-federal governments, labor, industry, agriculture, small businesses, service industries, retailers, non-governmental environmental and conservation organizations, and consumer interests.